Can I get you a ladder so you can...
We're going back to the Brazilian forest.
Indeed. Yes.
Ah, shit. Did we get a level up? We were in the ancient ruins, found deep in the forest. We're also looking for an ancient tombstone. We're missing one. We have a nice armor set that is missing the central armor piece. Upper level ruins. Well, we have cleared past the lower levels, but definitely aren't going to go there yet. Blood. Werewolf where? Okay, it's a different. Can't go there. So it'll probably function as an easy exit route. Yeah, only 2 small rooms left. More spiders, probably. No? Yeah, just iron rings. They're not worth all that much.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Yeah, like 6 silver. And that's the price. I think well, a sell price will be considerably less. Not even worth picking up.
It's done. I'll do it.
So, what are we missing? I'm dumping everything to strength. It is the central stat for a warrior anyway, and it's sort of. I guess I'm preparing for the expansion because if there's equipment tier upgrades, naturally an armor upgrade would require higher strength. Probably here it's something even above 40 something to even use the armor. So if there's any more tier upgrades, we're gonna be in deep trouble if we don't raise strength now. I don't know if there is such things there. I don't really recall much about it. Bravery. Warrior's unwavering courage grants bonuses to damage, physical resistance, and mental resistance, as well as bonus to critical hit, critical chance, and increases proportionally to the number of enemies. Yeah, it's a very good ability. Buffs everything we do. Ogren, definitely strength. Cleanse area. Well, either that or warrior abilities. Yeah, I'll take the Templar abilities. You. I guess more dexterity. Doesn't really matter what we take at this point. Keen defense, passive. Duelist has an uncanny knack for simply not being there when the enemy attacks and receiving a bonus to defense. Yes, please. What's your defense now then? 102. Win. I don't think Win has a proper level up. Yeah, it's just specialization. So we need to get her that specialization. I don't know if I'm not going to really take some arcane warrior for her. It's pretty much the only option. The problem is arcane warrior has tank. All ability, well, it's better than the shapeshifter, let's put it that way. So even with 0 points put in there, it's still worth it.
Alright, alright.
Yeah. Lower ruins. Maybe something interesting here this time. What is that? Ghostly elf. Are they hostile?
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Looks like
They might be hostile.
something wants to die. Got it.
Wonder how paralyzation against undead
Alright,
works.
alright.
It's not like it has a nervous system or something like that that you can temporarily paralyze.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Just money.
Alright, alright.
Although I don't really complain
Now's
about
better
money.
than later.
The value of monetary gains has increased. And I just don't just mean that the amounts have increased. I mean that I
As
think
you
the
like.
equipment we are mainly getting from these is fairly worthless now compared to the monetary gains. Maybe not worthless, but not really. There's not really an advantage there anymore. Here and there we can get a few good equipment that are worth an entire gold coin, but mostly it's items that are worth less than what the monetary gains have been.
I'll get on it. On your guard, Brad!
Try to be merciful. Is that all you got?
Spiders, yeah.
Mami? Mami Namara-san.
Calm down, tell me who you are, child.
Mami! Mami! Mami!
I like the option that I have to keep speaking to the ghostly boy, even though it's pretty clear he either doesn't see me or doesn't understand me.
Lifeless bastard.
Yeah, there's no real danger here.
I'll get on it. I'll get on it. Got it.
Fancy scroll. A scroll of parchment decorated with fancy gold handles. Earthen tablet is covered in pictograms. The carved element tablet. 4 panels reproduced here appear to be part of a much larger mural. The topmost panel shows a jug overflowing with water, standing on an altar. 3 elves in robes are positioned around the altar, while a crowd of elves in warlike regalia stands just slightly apart from them. Just below is a depiction of all of the elves, those in robes and those in armor, prostrating themselves before the altar with worshipful expressions. Third from the top is a carving which shows one of the 3 robed figures, a woman with an elaborate tattoo on her face, drinking from the jug on the altar while the other elves watch. Bottom image shows the tattooed woman standing waist deep in the pool of water. She holds a jug with water spilling out of its mouth. The armored elves bow before her. It's a description of what's in the tablet.
Ask me anything.
Well, skeletons definitely there. So what is this? Black stairs.
I'll get on it.
And stairs they be. Okay, this is the ritual area. The water in this pool appears cool and clean. It is refreshed from some internal source, perhaps magically. Submerged in the water is what appears to be a small earthen jug. Okay, don't do anything. What's the altar?
Now's better than later.
The altar is plain and covered in a thin layer of dust. Numerous carvings cover its surface, but most are eroded beyond legibility. Examine the carvings. Most of the carvings are faded. What little you can make out involves a scene where the honored dead is laid to rest inside a grand chamber. There seems to be some process involving the altar before the body can be laid to rest, but most of those runes are illegible. Okay, the tablet clearly has the guide there. And we can't enter here. Okay. Let's explore the rest of it.
Now's better than later. Margaret wins again. Looks like something wants to die again. Let's see some blood! Where's the next one?
Pile of bones. Okay, is there any point to this area? Phylactery. Broken stone altar. This elaborate artifact has a gem-like structure that contains what appears to be blood, fresh and liquid even after all this time. The gem is vibrating slightly. Show the artifact to other party members.
We have little knowledge of the magic used by the elves of our Lathan's time. The magisters of Tevinter were more interested in subjugating the elves than recording their history. As it is, I would hazard a guess that the object you're holding is a form of phylactery, meant to hold living essence, perhaps even a spirit of some kind.
This appears to be a phylactery of some kind. The essence of a mage, kept magically preserved. If that were all it is, however, I would be surprised.
Pretty. I bet you could get a silver or two for that shiny bit there.
Okay. Touch the gem. The gem is warm to the touch, and your mind immediately begins swimming with visions, images, and memories from life not your own. Presence in the gem is at first alarmed when it senses your touch. It recoils in fear, and the images that rush your mind are ones of imprisonment and loneliness. I'm sorry, I did not mean to frighten you. The presence calms, and then is racked with indecision. Rather than have you leave, it begs you to stay. More images flash through your mind. Time that the presence has been trapped within the life gem. Time where the presence has slept, gone mad, and then slept again. Presence has no name it can remember. You get the sense of an elf, a mage in glittering silver armor. But this was long ago, remembered as if through a fog. Were once a mage. You see images again of the elf in silver armor, one who is mage and warrior both. The name for the order he belongs translates you in your mind to arcane warrior. Okay, what is an arcane warrior? Presence can remember little. You see images of an order of elven mages who channel their spells into their strength, fighting as arcane warriors to defend their charges. Presence could give you what knowledge remains within it of how to become an arcane warrior. You are no mage yourself, but you could teach just knowledge to those who are. This is all of the presence has left to offer any longer. The last of its memories. In return, the presence asks you only one thing from you: oblivion. Okay, how would I give you the release? The images that come are faint and uncertain. You see a stone altar and the life gem placed upon the altar. The life gem then vibrates and explodes, destroying the presence within forever. The yearning that follows this image is keen and almost hopeless. You could teach me to become an arcane warrior. The images that the presence sends are desperate. It will give you what memories it has. Whoever follows the arcane warrior's path will be the last of its order. Yeah, I'll try to help. The images become tinged with desperation. The presence cannot remember where the altar is, but it knows the life gem must be placed on it. Okay, use the altar. As the life gem nears the altar, the presence becomes overcome with emotion. Could its endless nightmare finally be over? Images are sent to your mind depict a clear question. You still wish to learn the skills of the arcane warrior? Yes, give me the memories. Memories flood in your mind. They are hazy and incomplete, but enough for any mage to gather a few of the talents that the arcane warriors once possessed. Now the presence asks that you keep your promise. Release it from its eternal prison. Okay, place the artifact on the stone altar. The last images from the presence are ones of joy. Oblivion will be a welcome relief. So, what would we get from this? Combat magic. While this mode is active, the arcane warrior channels magic inward, trading increased fatigue for an attack bonus and the ability to use spell power to determine combat damage. Aura of Might and Fade Shroud improve the effects. Additionally, regardless of whether the mode is active, an arcane warrior who has learned this spell may use magic attribute to satisfy the strength requirements of equipment to equip higher level weapons and armor. Aura of Might. The arcane warrior's powers in combat magic grows, granting additional bonuses to attack, defense, and damage while in mode. Shimmering Shield. Arcane warrior is surrounded by a shimmering shield of energy that blocks most damage and grants large bonuses to armor and all resistances. When active, however, the shimmering shield consumes mana rapidly. Fate Shroud. Passive. The arcane warrior now only partially exists in the physical realm while combat magic is active. Spanning the gap between the real world and the Fate grants a bonus to mana regeneration and a chance to avoid attacks. So, a lot of resist, a lot of tank, a lot of damage avoidance. It's a very tanky build. It's probably the easiest mage to solo, I think, because a lot of the problems with mage is survive. How are you going to survive? If you fight against a high dragon, for example, it takes quite a bit of time to kill it, even with a group. So if you only have one guy there doing damage, naturally it'll take quite a bit longer. I guess with a rogue can use this sneaking ability, but with everyone else, that's not really an option. You have to be there, constantly being attacked by the enemy. This wouldn't be bad, but the thing is, it wouldn't really enhance the things we want to do with Twin. So, no. Mass rejuvenation. I'm not sure how useful that is. Might as well take it, but then what else? We can choose an entire skill tree, well, not really a tree, but a branch, from start to finish. Burst of energy eliminates all dispellable magical effects in the area. That wouldn't be bad, because Crushing Prison type or what is Curse of Mortality, they're very annoying abilities in a group like this. Wards an ally against all spells and spell effects, beneficial or hostile for a short time. Rush enemy mages, and you're immune to them, but it's a short time. I'm not sure how powerful this is in reality. Explode mana. I got the Crushing Prison type of spells and Force Field. Glyph of Neutralization. Neutralizes all magic, dispels all spells, drains all mana, and prevents spellcasting or mana regeneration within its bound. So if you can get this on an enemy mage, I guess, maybe he can move, but then and there he's not going to be able to do anything. I'll take Mass Rejuvenation. I can see a lot of use for that. I'm wondering, should I take Attack spell? Queen currently is totally incapable of doing anything really constructive. He can. She can heal and buff, but no debuffing or attack really. This would be a powerful thing. Crushing Prison and Force Field would allow you to isolate two guys in an enemy group. One basically to remove from the fight, and one to trap and kill. And Mind Blast would be useful, telekinetic weapons would be useful. Increased armor penetration of all melee weapons. Greater damage against heavily armored foes. We could, yeah, we can't actually go. I'm thinking of taking the hexes. Misdirection hex and death hex would be very powerful against bosses, and that's where I guess I'm mostly worried about if this is any useful at all. We need a level up at least to get the magic needed for these. Death hex. Yeah, every hit becomes a critical hit. Think about the attack speed of our guys and then how much damage would that really do. Even boss fights could be done in seconds, I think. Excluding some of the worst fights in the game, but that's a lot of damage. Critical hit, critical hit, critical hit, critical hit. It's about what do you want to take care of, really. And frankly, I don't know. Telekinesis has the problem that I don't think it's all that useful against bosses. The telekinetic weapons might be, but Death Hex would be a lot better. And if we take anti-magic capabilities, sure they're fine, but I still think even then it's probably not enough to kill. So you'd still need to push some extra damage on them. So I don't know. I'll leave things here for now because I just don't know what to take. I don't want to get stuck on figuring it out any longer. If we find a need, we can take it. Whatever that need happens to be at the time. I don't think we absolutely need to take anything, but screw it. I'm taking the anti-mage line, so mana drain, mana cleanse, spell might. More importantly, mana clash. Completely drained of mana and suffer a spirit damage proportional to the amount of mana they lost. So, not sure what to do with the extra points. We're not gonna get a lot more. Maybe I think we're level 18. So maybe like 2 points at best, additional points. So it has to be, whatever we pick, it has to be fairly strong ability at low levels, because we're not gonna get very high no matter what we do. Flaming weapons. No, I want something that is properly useful. Maybe, well, spell shield? No. The glyphs wouldn't be too bad. We'll leave the final point. Ah, shit. There's too many abilities. What are we not using? We're not really using these. A little bit of a restructuring here. Ah, come on. Mana Clash. I guess Mana Drain wouldn't be too bad either. The Mana Clash is the big one. Every time we encounter hostile mages at this point, Mana Clash. Okay. A lot of skeletons. What the hell is this? Jesus Christ, there's a ton of skeletons. Well. Oh shit, it's clearly a trap of some kind.
Trap right ahead.
Okay. Goddamn dumbasses. Okay, just can't stop walking on those goddamn trap plates.
No one's getting alive.
more garnets.
Trap right ahead.
Yeah, don't follow me.
Trap right ahead. Trap right ahead. Trap right ahead. Yes, of course.
Adventurer's Journal. Unbound. The riders follow after every town. Ever since my lucky break deciphering the story, I see it now, how they take the locals closest to me, preventing rest or kinship. I thought this a road to glory, but I'm dogged at every step by his talons. Gax Kang, curse his name and the day I heard it.
Yes, of course. I shall.
That it.
I'll do it.
I'll get on it.
It's a very extensive area, much more than I thought initially. Is this a bonus area or is this the area we need to go to? I'm guessing this is where we need to go to. This means I'm going to go back a little bit. The vase with the, the pool of water with some kind of ceremony, it appears to be an optional thing. Yeah, what the fudge was it then? The earthen tablet you recovered is covered in writing, perhaps Elven. Most of the lettering is faded, making it indecipherable. There are numerous pictographs, however, which seem to indicate some kind of cleansing ritual to perform prior to honoring the dead. The first pictograph depicts a filled earthen jar being placed on an altar. The second shows an elf kneeling before the altar and praying. The third one shows elf taking a single sip of water from the jug. The fourth shows the elf emptying the remainder of the water in the jug into the pool. Last shows an elaborate doorway, perhaps opening or closing. Okay. Take the earthen jug. You take the jug out of the pool. It is made of clay and appears to be none the worse for its long submission. Fill it with water. Okay. Leave the pool alone.
Yes, of course.
Place the filled earthen jug on top of the altar. Kneel before the altar and pray. Okay. Examine the earthen jug. Take a single sip from the water in the jug. Yeah, that's not a... Well... Take the earthen jug. Leave. Dump the water in the jug back into the pool. Yeah, the jug shattered. Yeah, whatever that is, it's done. Ooh, a shade. Let's go meet it first before doing anything else.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Try to be merciful.
Veran Salanon, Iranala Foros. Nay, Garan Sudale, Garan!
Are you lost here, spirit?
Iramelashal, Iramelashal!
Death cycle. Okay. I'm gonna clash.
Ready.
Ooh, quite nice.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Juggernaut plate armor. Yes, please. To the ancient elves who existed during the time of Arlathalan, Uthenera was an act of reverence. Elves did not age, they were not immortal, but they did not suffer from deterioration of mind and or body. They suffered only from the deterioration of the spirit. It did not happen often, but the oldest of the elves were said to reach a point where they became weary of life. Memories became too much to bear, and rather than fade into complacency, they voluntarily stood aside to let newer generations guide their people. Uthenera means the long sleep, in which the elder would retire to a chamber that was one part bed and one part tomb. The great ceremony from all the extended family, the elder would come to a slumber from which they would not wake for centuries, and often never. In time the body would deteriorate and the elder would die in truth. All the while the family would continue to visit the chamber to pay respects to one who made such a great sacrifice. With the arrival of humans and the quickening of elven blood that ensued, the practice of Uthenera began to fade. When Arlathan fell, it ceased forever.
I'll get on it.
They sort of resemble vampires. Anyway, we got a good item from that. I'm not sure if it's worth replacing this armor, but the 20% chance to dodge attacks is the only reason I still have this. Juggernaut Helm. The helm is better. It is simply superior. Not by much, but still. It looks exactly the same. Juggernaut Blade Gloves. Less critical attack damage, more... actually less armor, but a lot more resistance. Again, less armor, but more resistance, and the 20% chance to dodge attacks is missing too. So the boots are not, in my opinion, a good trade. But you're gonna stop getting the full set bonus. The armor is simply better, in my opinion. Not by much, but it has a higher armor class and offers resistance against almost everything. So what happens if we put the boots on too? I have no idea what the matching set does. There seems to be very little benefit from that. Okay, let's look at our stats now. Nice resistances all around. I think we got strength bonus. Is there anywhere to see what the fucking items that bonus is? I don't think so. But definitely we got stats bonuses too. Ah, shit. I don't know. I'll keep this for now. I need to check the items and bonuses from somewhere. Again, it seems like it should be obviously included in the somewhere, anywhere. Otherwise it's just a guessing game. I forgot about the blood powers too. No, they're not all that useful. They do a lot of things that we can do without blood power, so... I don't know. Yeah, thanks for telling that there's a bonus, that's nice, but nice to know what the bonus says. Anyway, I'll see if I can clear out the way to the next level and then end there. South. I really don't understand why you would not tell the player what the items at bonus is. It's the first thing probably everyone asks when they see that, ooh, there's an item set bonus. Okay, what is it? Ah shit, glass phylactery. Revenant? Yeah, that's gonna be funny when it takes like a second to die here. Yep. Take it. Let's kill it. Yeah, I wonder if Mana Clash is good for it too. Yep. Just testing. Should go down really goddamn fast.
Breaking up sweat already?
Yeah, it just melted. Yeah, not exactly much of a challenge at this point. Scrap of paper. Finding of the first, second, third, fourth. You deny our dead their rest, and so you also will be hounded. Let the strength of our union bind you to your true name. Kametha Kagat, revenant and perversion of an unhonored father. Though no spirit cage will undo what was suffered, Andraste hold you, demon, and bind your rage for eternity. Are there any more of these? Doesn't really matter. What the hell do we get from them anyway? Revenants just aren't the challenge they used to be. Revenants seem
Now's
to
better than
be
later.
very... They're not... You can easily underestimate them. They do a lot of damage. The thing is, their best... I guess the hardest challenge about them was that they were very hard to kill. They do regenerate and have high armor. Now that we have a lot of damage potential, they just melt away. A lot of undead. Special encounter, maybe.
Got it. This'll be fun! Let's see what you're made of!
The game wouldn't automatically save for a fight like this. It has to be something more dangerous here. Yeah, it looks like don't know, some kind of a test area, research area. Arcane horror. Group killer variety. Excellent.
As you say.
Yeah, 50% of life just disappeared. What? Teleportation. Yeah, the one thing that should be pretty much impossible through magical means, and it's doing it. Very annoying. I don't like this at all. It seems like if I get close to it, it will do that. So. Wait. Okay, I have an alternative theory. Go there. Go there. Go after it. Not yet. I see. Do something. Ogren is probably a good opponent for it because he drains mana with every strike. You having a bow in your hand. Yeah, he's going down. And that's it. Don't use the goddamn bow.
I'll get on.
I think I saw enemies on the other side too. Yeah.
Got it.
Werewolf flare. Quick looting, and that'll be it. Again, inventory full. So what did the arcane horror have? Other rags. More garnets, money. Ashen gloves, cold damage. I think I've seen those before. Not too bad of a fight. I severely dislike the fact that there's a teleportation involved here, because it should be impossible by the basic rules of magic. I guess it's somewhat mitigated that this seems to be an area prepared for it in advance, and it's fairly limited, like a few seconds worth of walking, but I still dislike that it was included. It's like, if you're not going to follow the rules you create, don't create the rules.
Alright.
Just wave your hand and say it's magic. Like a sea of white sheer. It's a drink. Ancient elven armor. Shit, we don't have the room for this. We don't have a room for anything really. Fancy vase, I know that's worthless. Great silver bowl, I think that's a trade item too.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Insufficient skill.
Got it.
And that was it. Just don't have the skills for this. Yeah, I guess we'll... Is that water? So swim under water to reach the werewolf.